How's it going, YouTube? I've got a old body here from a axial gravedigger, and I have it left over, and I'm going to use it for a new project I'm doing. And one of the things I want to do with it is I want to dovetail the back. So dovetail is where you curve and bring the back of the truck in, kind of like the front is. It's kind of dovetailed in the front where the body is kind of V-shaped. Helps with clearance, obviously. And I'm going to attempt it with the back. I've never done it before, and I want to see if my idea is going to work. So here's my basic idea. So you have the front of the truck, the back of the truck, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 holes up here with the body hole reamer as a pivot point to create no weird flex zone, so it's not going to wrinkle the body afterwards if you put a little hole in the front there. But basically I'm going to make 4 cuts along the body in a M shape. The outside cuts are going to go straight along with the outside of the body, and then the 2 center cuts are going to make the V, and the roof is going to stay how it is there, and then this whole section in between is going to be removed on both sides. And then all you have to do is just pinch the body at the back, and I'm going to use some E6000 to permanently set it. If that doesn't work, I have some body screws I could use as well. But I'm going to try it out, see how it works. I'm going to get the cuts done, and then I'll walk you through it from there. Be right back. Alright, I'm not going to lie and say that was easy using regular body scissors, but the 2 straight lines following the side are done, and I have my relief circles. You want to do those because if you just leave it a straight cut, it will kind of pinch and wrinkle at the end. If you do a little circle at the end, it might look a little weird, but it'll stop the body from doing any weird flexing around on the other side of the cut. But I have the 2 straight cuts done. That was not easy, I'm not going to lie. But, let's see if I can do it one-handed. With just the straight cuts done, if I pinch this in to where I can feel it hitting on the inside, it is slightly dovetailed already. So, I'm going to check it with my body and see if this is good enough. Look at that, without cutting the roof, it still looks kind of straight in the back. Now, obviously, I'm going to have to glue it and everything and get it set up right, but yeah. You will probably have to do more body post mounts, probably. I mean, it's okay for me with this body because I already have 4 up there. But yeah, with just doing the straight cut along the side, with doing something like this, the longer the cut, the better. You know, I mean, the less weird flexing you get at the front and all that kind of stuff. Plus this body, you know, if you cut it up to here, really the only thing that's connecting it is this little piece and here. So there's not really going to be a whole lot of weird flex out of this specific body, but I'm going to check it and see if I need to do a little more. Again, if you need to do more, all you're going to do from here on, so these are your main cuts to start the dovetail on bodies like this. And all you're going to do is, if you want more of a pinch in the back, all you're going to do is you're going to come back in and slightly cut a angled line on the back or on the roof piece, and that way you can pull the sides in even more, and then just use your discretion. You know, these are your main cuts. Start here, pinch it, see if you like it, and then if you want more, then you can add more. But it is already kind of very nice. I think that's just about where I wanted it to be, actually. Maybe a little bit more, but I'm going to try it out and see. If not, then we'll go right to gluing it. So I'll be back in just a minute. All right, so it wasn't enough. But I wanted to go ahead and show you real quick about the V shape in the center, the basic M shape that I was talking about. So that's pretty much how the body was. Outside cuts are straight, inside cuts have the angle on the roof. So basically you'll end up with a angled triangle cut like that. So it makes kind of an M shape Another thing to note is when you're cutting up here to the holes, you don't want to cut to the edge of the holes. You want to basically cut to the point of your straight cut along the side. So whenever you're cutting the angle out of the centerpiece, cut it to the same point as the straight cut. Don't cut it like to the edge of the hole, because when you go to pinch it together, it's going to look weird. But there is my finished product. Basically, it's going to be quite the pinch versus how it naturally wants to sit. It's going to be very, very much in. I don't know if I'm going to put the centerpiece on top or on the inside. I don't know. I'll figure that out. But I'm going to go grab my E6000 and we're going to get it glued up. Hopefully the glue is enough. I might have to get some little clamps to hold it while it sets. But basically how I was cutting the body was I was doing it on the inside because it's white. It's easier to see. I was using a basic straight blade and scoring it. I'll do it because I don't really care about this body. But basically when you make a slight cut, it kind of goes through that white. You can kind of see it right there where the light's shining. Kind of goes through that white a little bit, and it gives you a nice little line to follow along with your scissors. On this specific body, I don't know why, but the outside was extremely difficult to cut, and the inside was, quite simple. So it's kind of the same. It's going to be the kind of same with every body that you do. I'm sure that if you were to do the bed of a pickup truck body, it'd be kind of the same thing. And I would honestly, if I was you, do it the exact same way. The longer this cut is, the less weird body flex stuff you have going on up here. See, when it's pinched with that hole done there, there's not really a whole lot of weird body flex going on, because that hole gives it a relief, kind of like a relief cut. But I'm gonna get this glued up. Maybe I'll put some body screws in it, just to kind of keep it held in place. But I'll get it glued up and I'll be right back. The phone keeps cutting in and out because I don't know how to edit videos, so I'm just kind of pausing my record. But yeah, I'll be right back once I go and find my E6000 wherever my wife put it. All right, so I'm not gonna lie and say that was easy, but right now the only thing I have holding it are these two body screws. I call them body screws. They're the ones that have the higher pitch thread, more spread out, not your typical M3. They're still an M3 head or a 2mm head, but they're the ones that have the higher pitch and the higher thread. I call them body screws, but they work pretty well. They're a little long, but yeah. And I had to come back and do a slightly more angle right back here to clear the body, because the body has this weird little curve and it pinched it too much. Oops. But I have just the two screws holding it right now. I think it worked out pretty well. Gave it a nice pinch. It's decently straight. The only thing that's not straight is my screws, because I was trying to hold it while drilling through it. But I think that it worked pretty well. It's got a nice pinch to it. Doesn't look too weird being a SUV, or an SUV type body. And I'm gonna get this cut cleaned up. I'm gonna add another screw or two here, get it E6000, and then do some more clearancing on the back. I know that I want to kind of trim that up a little bit, maybe. Initially, I was gonna either dovetail this body or cut and shorten it. Basically do a body chop and shorten it. But I wanted to try the dovetail because I've already done a body chop before. I wanted to try the dovetail, and I think it worked out pretty well doing it this way. Again, recap, it's just, this is probably the easiest way I've found to do it. But drill you two holes at the very most forward spot you can. Do a cut following the edge of the body straight on both sides, and then you're going to, if you want more of an angle, then you're going to cut basically a V shape into it and then pinch your body sides in. From there, I'm guessing that you can do this with the truck bed ones as well. It doesn't look too weird along the back. It actually turned out looking somewhat straight. So there's that. I'm probably going to, because I'm going to try to make this a little scale, probably going to put like a little net or something back here to kind of finish off the back some. But yeah, I think that doing it that way turned out pretty well. Doesn't have any weird body roll stuff going on up here with that relief hole. And what I'll do is I'll just kind of glob a little bit of E6000 on it to kind of close it off. Or maybe I'll just leave it, whatever. It's just a kind of a comp crawler body, so, or it will be. But yeah, it turned out pretty well. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, again, if y'all have any questions, just message me in the comments. I'm not vetted. I don't get paid for any of this. I'm just trying to help out the community some. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching.